So one of the things we're going to be doing throughout our podcast series is featuring content that we think is relevant, impactful, and innovative. Is this content really pushing the boundaries and helping that brand tell a story? Today, we're excited to feature a piece by ESPN, a brand that has traditionally been one of the best at marketing, reaching their audience, but they've always leveraged sports and led with sports marketing and sports content. This is usually highlights. This is usually previous games. Their creative social media teams keeping you engaged and learning about what's happening in the sports world. Well, today, as you know it, the sports world's at a standstill. We're not able to engage with sports the way we've traditionally done. We can't go to live sporting events. We can't be in the stands cheering on our teams. So what ESPN has done, and I think it's pretty remarkable, is they've taken an approach that's actually been around for a while, which is an infographic visual approach, and they've really modernized and innovated the way that you've seen an infographic in the past. They've made it more interactive, so you're spending a lot more time scrolling and engaging with the media content. They're featuring music that's been embedded, so they've embedded Spotify. So now you're engaging with the content they're talking about. You're seeing beautiful visuals that are really reminding you about a nostalgic feeling you have of being in the stands and hearing your favorite sports song come on and rooting for your team. So by leveraging their existing content, something that they had access to, which is the top 10 hits of music content that's been played in stadiums over the last 25 years, they took that existing content and they modernized it and they made it relevant and they made it interactive. So instead of sitting on a shelf somewhere or sitting as text on a website somewhere, they made it an engaging piece of content that are keeping us on their web pages, consuming more of their content, so then they can then sell our eyes and sell the time that we spend on their website to their advertisers. So this is just one example of an organization. We're not all ESPN, but we can all look within our own marketing programs, within our own existing content and stories, and figure out creative ways we can leverage that existing content to put it out in front of the audiences we care about the most. So we want to thank ESPN here for a couple of reasons. They could definitely leverage existing sports highlights, do really creative animations. They have the budget and the resources to do it. But what they're doing is they're adding another layer. And as some of my friends might actually say, and Alan Gannett being one of them with the creative curve, is they're taking those basic elements and they're adding the silver bullet, which is nostalgia. That's that feeling we get. That's why I get goosebumps when I see or I talk about content that is really impressive and impactful, or I hear a song that reminds me of my childhood or the first time I met my wife or my children growing up or the time when my career took off and that first song I listened to in my car. Those moments in time, they get imprinted on us. And those moments in time when we were at a baseball game and we heard "Who Let the Dogs Out?" When we watch that, when we hear that song in an ESPN piece of content, it brings back those feelings. It brings back those memories. It's telling your story through ESPN. So for that, thank you for the creativity, ESPN. We hope to have live sports real soon, but keep it up.
This podcast spotlight is brought to you by Envijo, where brand science meets creative vision. Every brand has a story. We're here to help you tell it.